Why We Must All Become Digital Citizens, Module 7, Sarah Von Felt. Chris Zook stated that digital citizenship refers to the responsible use of technology by anyone who uses computers, the internet, and digital devices to engage with society on any level. Because of the fast pace of today's world and the fact that many students spend more time at school than at home, teaching about digital leadership has fallen on the teacher. But this can be good news. Most teachers already incorporate the use of digital devices into their everyday classwork. But what should a teacher instruct about being a good digital citizen? In the article Digital Citizenship is More Important Than Ever, Ribble laid out three concepts about digital citizenship. 1. Empathy and respect. 2. Educating yourself about the internet. And 3. Protecting yourself. Empathy and respect is important because it teaches people how to talk and behave online. Because it is text-based communication, people cannot pick up on voice and facial cues. People can also be invisible behind the screen, so making judgment and hurting feelings are easy to make. As a Christian school, we spend a lot of time on empathy and Christian values. It is challenging to teach empathy and respect. The first ideal is to remind students that there is someone else on the other side of their communication and that this person has feelings. Another concept to be taught is that if you use someone else's words or thoughts, you must give them credit. A lot of my students struggle with this and not sourcing their research. Educating yourself about the internet is also important. Research shows that one aspect of education is learning if a site is trustworthy. Teaching how to use a search engine accurately is important. This is one of the concepts I spend a lot of time on in my classroom. A student also needs to learn the best way to communicate with someone else. Even though talking to someone in person is the best solution, it is not always practical, and an email or text needs to be used. We need to think about the message first, then the method. Protecting yourself and others is a big part of being a digital citizen. As with most schools, we have a good security software to block incoming threats, but also to block our students from inappropriate sites. But the biggest protection is with health and wellness. I am always reminding my students that there is more to the internet. We need to remind them that they need to put down the electronics and step into the real world. If we are going to teach about digital citizenship in our schools, we need to know the laws behind it. The Federal Communications Commission, or FCC, adopted a report concerning internet usage in schools. This Protecting the Child report set up technology protection measures that includes 1. Obscene photos or wording, 2. Child pornography, and 3. Visual depictions harmful to minors. This report works in conjunction with the Schools and Libraries program of the Universal Service Fund, or E-rate. In order for a school to qualify for E-rate, they must follow 1. Filtered internet, and 2. The CIPA compliance. At Sacred Heart, we fulfill compliance by including policies in our teacher-staff handbook and our parent-student handbook. We also require each family to sign an authorization allowing their child or children to use the internet at school. The standard correlation reflect on, communicate about, cultivate, and model professional dispositions and norms, i.e. fairness, integrity, transparency, trust, digital citizenship, collaboration, perseverance, reflection, lifelong learning, that support the educational success and well-being of each student and adult. Relevant. This assignment was relevant in that it allowed me to study the research gathered concerning being a digital citizen. It showed me how to teach the meaning and responsibilities of digital citizenship to my students. It also gave me valuable information to my teachers when I become a building administrator. Reflection. I learned a lot from this lesson. The resources given for us to read allowed me to reflect on a way to teach digital citizenship to my students. It also gave me valuable resources into the laws and compliance aspects of teaching technology in the classroom. Here are a list of the references I used, and thank you for listening to my